Welcome back. I'm back. As in my last video, I wasn't feeling too well. I was in a lot of pain, and that pain carried on into the next day. So yesterday, I was confined in the bed majority of the day. Of course, I got out to use the restroom to eat, but for the most part, I was in that bed. I wasn't feeling good at all. Um, and so today I decided to get out. I'm in still a little pain, but I had to force myself to get out the bed to do some stretches. And sometimes that's what we have to do because it seemed like being in that bed, it made my pain worse. And I'm trying to get better, not worse. So we have to fight through a pain and do what we have to do to recover. And then also in my video, my last video, I discussed about coping skills. And I asked if coping skills is the same thing as that helps you fighting through adversity. For me, it's different. It's somewhat similar because I do utilize God, prayer, listen to gospel music as a coping mechanism for me. But my main coping mechanism that I may use is self-talk. And I will say, Clarissa, come on, get it together. This is not you. You got to do this. And this is what really helped me too this morning, is to get out of bed, because I could have stayed in the bed again majority of the today, because of the pain. But I'm like, now, Clarissa, you got to get better. And in order for you to get better, you have to fight through this. You have to do some stretches. So that's part of my coping skill. And like I mentioned, with me fighting through adversity is reading the scriptures, is prayer, and that helps me too as well, and it's to cope. So anytime that have this negative thought, I do my self-talk, and then I may listen to my gospel music, and then I may listen to jazz, and I may read a scripture or two. So those are all basically things that help me cope with life, with things, negative thinking, and it also helped me fight through this adversity. And then I also stopped off with telling about me, was where I went through the chemo, 16 rounds of chemo. So after I did my 16 rounds of chemo, I went into surgery. Now this surgery was to remove both of my breasts, which is called a double mastectomy. I had options. I could have went to removing one breast. I could have did a lumpectomy, which is to go in and remove the cancer cell. But I chose to do the double mastectomy for two reasons. One is because I was aggressive. I was stage 2, but it was very aggressive, and it was trying to move along through my body. Two, it was because I have a family history of breast cancer on my mom's side. I have 5 aunts and a grandmother that has been diagnosed with breast cancer. However, majority of them was stage 0, where they took a chemo pill, and that was it for their treatment. And I believe I had 2 aunts that actually had to go and do the chemo treatment. So those are the reasons I chose to go ahead and do the double mastectomy. And then I also had options where I could get implants, or I can use my own fat. But once I chose to use my own fat once I heard that if I decided to do implants, and if the cancer came back, then it would be hard to detect. And thank God I went that route, because as you all know, I am a 2-time cancer survivor, so it did return. So I'm so glad that I decided to use my own fat. So once again, that's just a little bit about myself. If you all have any questions or concerns for me, just drop it down in the comment box, and I'm an open book. I'll be as transparent as I can. So just, like I said, if you have any questions, comments, anything, just drop it down below for me.